The truth occurs.
Hi everyone, it's Sonia here. I wanted to give you an update on a couple things and also my thoughts on a couple of things. First of all, I do want to give you a health update because I apparently have a mystery disease that no one has been able to figure out what it is. I mean, I don't want to be like the old lady coming on here telling you about, oh, I have my health problems, oh, I have my back. But like, I find it's kind of interesting because whatever it is, it's not the kind of thing you can figure out right away. And I'm thinking there's probably some of you out there who've been through a similar kind of situation where you have something that's wrong with you, but like when they check all the regular stuff, they're like, you look fine to me. And then you go home and you feel horrible. So I want to tell you what's going on with that. And I just want to tell you also about this other thing. Okay, this pouch here from purifierpouch.com. Inside here is this. This contains little pellets, which when they come in contact with the humidity in the air, they release chlorine dioxide gas. I know, sounds super scary, but it's not. I mean, look, I'm handling it. I can smell it. It's pretty much, you know, harmless to have around. Now this thing, when this gas comes out, it kills viruses, kind of good to have at a time like this, viruses, bacteria, mold, and fungus. So you just put it in the room and it kills these nasties in the air. And it also, in the process, eliminates odors completely. So this is used by professionals. This kind of material is used by professional cleaners, carpet cleaners. And I want you to know about this if you have odors or if you're concerned about getting rid of viruses and bacteria in your house or your car, your office, wherever it is. You want to cut down on the viral load? You might want to check out the link below. Just putting it out there. They sent me some samples and I tried them out. Now I'm hooked. So check out the link below, and if you order through the link, you get 15% off and no shipping and handling even if you live in Canada. So I just want to let you know about that. I want to give you the health update, but first of all, let me give you like just my thoughts on a couple things. First of all, Trump's impeachment trial. I'm going to tell you, I'm actually glad he didn't get impeached. I know not everyone will agree with this, but personally, I never thought that there was really any reason. I just didn't believe. I didn't believe that he did anything, you know, impeachment worthy. I think, okay, here's the truth of what I really think, okay? He's not a politician and he doesn't have a lot of expertise with a lot of things. He's a businessman. That's why I supported him, because I thought maybe he'd be really good for the economy, you know? And actually, so far as the economy goes, he's done quite a good job, if you think about it. I mean, if you go and look at the statistics, I did. Okay, the fact is that ever since the crash in 2008, things have been on an upswing. Like on all levels. Under Obama, a lot of things got better. I know, not everybody likes Obama either. This is a fact. Unemployment was down. A lot of things were getting better, slowly. With Trump, it's gotten even better. More job creation, less unemployment, a lot of things like that. I mean, I know no one's perfect, but as far as economic recovery, which is what he was promising, he pretty much has delivered. Maybe not as much as he thought he would, but I think he's been doing okay, as far as I'm concerned. And I never believed that he did anything horrible, impeachment worthy. I think that he just has this personality that's like really awkward, kind of, you know, the narcissistic braggadocio that he's famous for. He sort of rubs people the wrong way. I mean, he is really awkward. He's kind of obnoxious, kind of a jerk maybe, but I mean, if you're looking at like what are really the facts, personality aside, I mean, I wouldn't want to have him as a roommate, you know, but personality aside, the economy's been doing okay. And did he really commit a crime? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there's one thing I don't like, which was the bombing of the Iranian general. I thought that was crazy that they did that. I mean, that's seriously playing with fire. But I mean, look, previous administrations have done at least as bad and worse. I mean, realistically, I really don't think Trump has done anything worse than anyone else has done. And I think he's been doing a good job with the economy. So that's where I stand on it. Yes, one more thing I want to talk to you about. The coronavirus. Just really, really briefly, if you're wondering what I think, there is really a threat of like a pandemic. That's not hype. This thing could really spread. And because it could spread to so many people, it is possible that there could be quite a lot of fatalities, but if you look at the fatality ratio, it's like 2 or 3%. I mean, it's 1 or 2% more deadly than the flu. And mostly the people who get it, who die, are people who are immune compromised or they're older. You know, it's not like an equal opportunity fatality situation. So is it bad? Yeah, it's bad, but it's not as bad even as SARS or MERS. It's certainly not as bad as Ebola. So in terms of like the panic level, I don't think we need to be panicking, you know, just be aware, you know, wash your hands, cut down the viruses maybe in your environment. Me, I'm taking elderberry syrup. I like to take elderberries just to ward off colds and flus, because actually coronavirus, it's just a virus that causes colds. This is just a novel coronavirus. It's not like a new thing, right? It's just a new type. I like to take elderberry syrup, and I have these pills are echinacea plus vitamin C and zinc. And well, that's what I've been doing for the last year, because I had a horrible flu last year. I didn't want it to happen again. And so far I've been doing that because that's been working for me. It worked to get rid of that flu. And then I was like, okay, this really works, the elderberry syrup. So that's what I'm doing. And that's pretty much all I can do, that and wash my hands. So that's it. I don't think we're all going to die of coronavirus. But, you know, I think it's good that this time they're having more safeguards in place. Like, they're taking it more seriously than they did with H1N1, where, like, there were no restrictions on travel. At least this time, it seems like they're trying a little harder to keep it contained. Okay, so health updates. So today I finally had my follow-up appointment with the Unicorn Clinic. I'd had some blood tests done. I fainted actually after the blood test, which was weird. I don't usually faint for blood tests, but anyhow, so I did that last week. And then this week I went back to see my super nice doctor at the Unicorn Clinic in the village. Yes, it's a gay unicorn. We had a snowstorm last night, huge snowstorm. I couldn't get my car out of the garage, not only because of the snowstorm, but because the garage door isn't working. So I took the metro down to the Unicorn Clinic, and it was crazy. I was like running late. I was like running through the snow, trying to run in the street, then the cars are coming. I had to go on the side through this huge snowbank. I'm trudging through like 1.5 feet of snow. I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God, like I really want to get to this appointment. I get there, and he's like, on s'excuse pour le retard, which means we excuse ourselves for the delay, but it also, when you say that, it could mean like one excuses oneself. So I kind of thought maybe he was telling me I should say sorry. So I'm like, yes, I'm so sorry I'm late. And he's like, oh no, I'm sorry I'm late. So he was late too. We were all late. That's all fine. So I go in to see him, and he tells me my blood tests are normal, which is good. You know, I mean, I'm really glad that nothing came up on the blood test. But the thing with that is, this is what happened in the past. They look at my blood test and they're like, looks okay to me, and yet I go home and I'm living with like chronic fatigue, and I'm having joint pain. I've had pain in my shoulders, which is so bad that it's hard for me to use a computer or drive a car. So that's not normal. And as of the last couple of months, it's moved into my hips, it's been really, really bad. I had issues with my back this summer too. I feel like an old lady, but whatever. The hip pain is really, really bad. The kind of pain that like keeps you up at night. And the problem is I can't take Advil because it burns my stomach so much. So I feel like I'm kind of screwed. I know you guys are going to give me recommendations. I mean, look, I take turmeric. I have all these essential oils. I do use black seed oil. Sometimes it works on the skin, you know, for the pain. I'm looking into cat's claw, acupuncture. I mean, I know about all those things. But I really want to know what is the problem, because if you don't know what it is, well, how are you going to know what to do about it? But in the meantime, I found out that not only my grandmother, but my aunt and also my great-grandmother, they were all completely crippled with some kind of thing that affects your joints, especially the hips. Yeah, and they were like, my grandmother and my aunt were like dragging one leg behind them. My grandmother had a hip replacement. She was still dragging a leg. My great-grandmother was like unable to walk, totally incapacitated. So I think there's something, there is something is wrong. Okay, it's probably something genetic. There have been a few things thrown out there of what it could be. Could be Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, could be a kind of arthritis, it could be ankylosing spondylitis, something like that. My C-reactive protein inflammatory markers is totally normal though. So, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. It's a mystery, but I'm living with pretty bad pain. And the weird thing is that it's worse when I sit or lie down. Believe it or not, it's better when I'm standing. Of course, you can't stand all day, so it's kind of a problem. But yeah, like he did the blood, he looked at the blood work and he was like, well, everything looks okay here. So I was like, well, what are we going to do now? Can you refer me to rheumatology? And because my own doctor is totally useless. He always thinks I'm just neurotic, you know, and like he doesn't take anything seriously. And this doctor, bless his heart, he's such a sweetheart, he referred me for an x-ray. Now, I don't know if the x-ray is going to show anything. I mean, there are some things that it could be the tendons. Who knows? Maybe nothing will show up on the x-ray, but we have to start somewhere. So after the appointment, I trudged through some more snow and I went straight to the clinic in Westmount to get the x-rays. And now I just have to wait a week for the results to come in. And I mean, like, it's kind of, sometimes I'm just so like despondent about this because I have like so much pain. And it's like nobody will tell me what it is. Nobody will do anything about it. I can't even take Advil. Tylenol does nothing. And it's like, it's really hindering my ability to just live my life, you know? So I wanted to give you guys an update, not to come here and complain, but just to like, I don't know, give you an update on the mystery. And I will eventually tell you, you know, what it is once the mystery is solved. So that's it. I just wanted to give you an update. Oh yeah, thank you for your support on Patreon, because basically I make no money on YouTube anymore. Don't forget to check out the link for these pouches. There's a lot of info in the link you might find interesting. And that's it. God bless you guys. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.